Greetings, Hemlight.
And I am Scandal.
And let's grow a garden together. Or let's fix our family troubles together. So we are going to be figuring out how to do this Easter thing with a couple of, as Regina would say, old fogies that cannot get themselves together.
I feel like everybody needs to go to therapy. Just in case you need a reminder today, everybody do therapy.
Therapy is really good. Additionally, there is therapy as people are stuck inside for the coronavirus. A lot of it is available over the phone or over the internet.
Yes.
So please take care of yourselves. Right, you look a little glum, Reg. Fence got you down?
It's just, I really need those two to get along. This date was important to Beth, you know? Feels like I'm failing her somehow.
I wonder if in previous years just one of them came and did the party, and that's why she was talking about getting them both here this year.
Oh,
and so like every other year it would have been one of them handling it and the other one was out.
Right.
Kind of thing. But also, do you repaint your house every single year, or have you just let it fall into disrepair until this year?
Right.
No way! It's not your responsibility. They're grown men. Thank you, Lily. And I'm sure Beth would appreciate all the effort you're putting into this place. I wonder what the inside of this house is like, honestly.
Suppose you're right. Thanks, Lils. You always know the right thing to say.
Sometimes, woo-ba-doo!
That's fine.
Oh.
I'm still dating you. Just.
And the right garden aesthetic to pick out. Eh? And let's not forget about the bunnies. It's fine. All right.
Oh, thank God.
We've done white fence everywhere else. Should we just stick with the white fence?
Yep, white fence is fine.
White fence it is. Why do they have parts where it's already stripped and things? Like, that bothers me. Where
it's realistic.
It's already worn out.
No.
When it's brand new, it shouldn't already be worn out. Hey, look at that.
Oh,
there
no, you
it
forgot
is.
to paint a space.
Right.
All right. You got one fence-tastic from me. Now come help me with the flowers.
Do we have flowers? I'll cherish this moment for the rest of my life. Hi.
It's so cute.
I'm so charmed by you. All right. Finally flowering pastoral florals. Yeah, it really is just alliteration of everything. Most alliterative.
No. Pastoral florals is not two P's, by the way. Alliteration is literal PP.
Oh. I'm just meaning, so what would pastoral florals be then? Just a...
It sounds to me sort of like they're trying, again, doing puns. Most of this is all puns, as far as I can tell. There's some alliteration in here, but a lot of it
How is pastoral a pun?
Pastoral floral. Like, it also could just be sort of like that fun little rhyming scheme stuff kind of goes together, but it's not.
So rhyming then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pastoral floral? I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's iambic.
That one's
rhyme.
Kind of that one's rhyme. I was saying, and the other one is
Man, I forgot how many flower beds Beth had. Feels good to bring them back to life.
Yeah, there's no flower beds there, my dear. That is just dirt.
Lily turns around, head slowly creaks to the side.
It's just dirt.
It's just dirt.
Hi, Regina. Oh, God.
Shit.
Really?
I've lost it. Even if this whole party is a disaster, at least the garden will look good, unlike everything else, because it's all insane.
Yep. That's the spirit. Nothing can go wrong when you've got a good garden. That's my new motto.
And that's also what my patron said was my lucky phrase for the day.
Yay!
Hey! I'm learning how to talk to them. It's really weird. How do you manage to always stay so positive?
Well, you see, now that I've got in touch with my magical self and I realize that I am a garden warlock and I've started communicating with my patron, you know, honestly, it really helps. You're never alone. Never alone. Regina, What? Natural skill. Let me just rephrase that as natural skill. I guess. Definitely not, because deep down I'm completely terrified of failure, and the only way to stave it off is laughter. Yeah, sounds like you when you repaired a greenhouse. Definitely not afraid at all.
Honestly, there's a lot of people who also do that. Some people also cope even with poverty or basically the sense of failure by making themselves look as successful as possible, which, if you don't know anything about opulence, culture of opulence, it is actually one of the basic indicators, as far as people can tell, really, of how much people are actually suffering.
Or feeling successful as possible in this moment. Yeah, there's that whole song of going, you know, I've worked my ass off, and even if, and I still can't pay my rent, but I've got just enough to get off in this club. So that's basically let's party.
Right.
And it's going, I know I'm not going to make it, and it's going to suck anyways, so I'm going to feel good right now.
Right.
All right, natural skill.
That's the spirit?
Are they a spirit? A being? No more minor deities today, right?
Please,
now,
dear God.
you're getting it?
Please, my God.
Hi.
I'm getting something, getting these flowers planted.
You know, you're gonna have to create the beds first, right? You know, like, Actual beds?
Nope.
No,
we're just
we're
gonna
not
pull
even-
them out of the gravel magically.
We're just gonna the force.
Oh, and the bushes
Whoa.
change too.
Yeah, I wish we could see the bushes, but that is not an option.
What
All right,
is
no.
that? What is the blue? Oh, it's an egg.
Yeah, I'll say that one has eggs in it.
Oh God.
It has
Egg.
Interesting assortment of eggs. I don't know, like I like the bush over here, and this is kind of festive, might as well.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Why not?
Sure, why not? Everything else is Eastery. But I'm like, why don't you have a border of some kind or something? Magna flower scent. Now that's a pun. Why not scent though?
I'll give you a chance to do better than that on the next flower bed.
All right, fine.
Fine.
Challenge accepted. All right, let's see what we actually got over here. Oh, just a bush. It looks like a lilac bush, actually.
It's kind of cute.
So, no big
Man,
deal.
I remember we had rhododendrons when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I never knew how to read that word when I was a kid. People would be like, as soon as we start talking about flowers. So in books, they have such a time going, I'm going to use the real name, big fancy names for these flowers
Here's
now,
the Latin name.
all the time, or Latin names or things. And the
you're
thing
like-
is, but you just get this experience a lot of going, this is like a 5th grade reader, and we're just talking about, the door and the house and the yard. And then suddenly you're standing in the rhododendrons and you're like, I was mowing the grass and now rhododendrons. Hey!
Also, I love the association too that you really can sometimes tell specific eras of writing where they will suddenly all use rhododendron.
The same flowers.
And you're all like, yes.
There's other popular flowers too.
This was the rich person flower.
And I forget which ones they are, but I was
Roses
I've
and-
run into it of people going specific big fancy sounding names.
Conifers. They're like, yes, let's do. It's so bad. All right, not looking half bad around here. Paint jobs aside, I think this is coming together nicely, and also everything else, like the decorations and the arguing.
Yeah, we're going to knock the socks off your guests, whoever they are. Socks, shoes, hats, gloves, you name it. We'll knock it clean off. You'll even get out of your gloves. We'll find out if you actually have hands.
No.
Oh, well,
No,
sorry.
Regina.
No. Lily going, I just wanted to see your hands.
I see my hands all the time when I'm not working.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Anyway.
Whatever you say, Slugger. How about we knock the socks off some flower beds first?
Can we put socks on them first?
Ah!
Okay, so these are actually like beds, if you will.
Yes.
Okay, I'm for colors again, but I kind of like that more than this. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks warmer. It's true.
It does. All right, we got it done.
I'm sure somebody who in the comments is gonna be like, I do gardening,
This
and
is
this
a
is
re-
exactly what they do with gardening. They're just like, does it look good? Will they survive for 5 minutes?
Who knows?
Yep.
Wrong kind of soil, wrong kind of sun, wrong kind of wrong season even.
Right.
Because
Actually, there's a lot of people, especially at least here in the United States, where gardening has really gone up quite a bit in relation to businesses, where they are trying more to actually do plants that will survive and do well, let alone they're not actually invasive or harmful to the natural environment around them.
the problem that I have though is tulips are an early spring flower, and I do not know if the rest of these are. So unlike the
Those are
we'll just grow-
daffodils.
those guys in the middle are red and orange tulips,
are
my
they?
dude. And these are tulips over here by the porch.
Oh, crap. I did
So,
not see that. I apologize.
Tulips and irises, which I don't know if there's any irises here, but it's just both bulb plants I know, come up really early when it's cold in the spring. And as soon as it gets to high summer and hot, they wilt and they're done flowering until next year. So you have flowers that if you plant a flower garden annually, if you want flowers all year, you have to plant 7 different kinds, 10 different kinds of flowers, because they each have their tiny little space, there are several weeks that they flower in.
Right.
And there are only some kinds of flowers that flower all season long.
Right.
And, if
And
there's-
those tend to be perennials, don't they?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, but I do know that there are seasons for each of the flowers. In the same way that you're not going to get dandelions in the
Which
early
is
cold
why
spring kind of thing.
Gardening is such a pain in the ass.
Socks off, flowers. Take that.
You're a real pal for helping me out around here, Lils. Can't imagine getting all this done without a hand.
Now,
Especially when I'm
how about-
basically playing parent to...
How about 2 hands? Don't mention it. You've helped me 1 million times. It's the least I can do. It's amazing
I
that
still
we just
owe you money.
It's amazing that we can just drag all of this stuff in here immediately without your supply truck here, without a wheelbarrow to haul it all
Without
around.
money.
Anything. This is a huge amount of money to just buy all these already bloomed flowers and put them right in the ground. This is amazing. Was this part of their inheritance too in the will? Man, she must have been pretty well off. So what's next?
I mean, honestly, you really got to consider just how astronomically expensive this would be.
to replace the whole fence, replace the entire porch, then decorate everything to replace and plant trees, to go and buy already sprouted and blooming flowers and put all of them in. Like each one of those little packs, like a little bunch, is usually about $2 to $4.
Right.
And if Lily did entire giant garden beds, if she wasn't summing them with the help of her patron,
right.
And then she was actually buying and putting them in, which I imagine she just grew them.
Right.
That it would just be really expensive. And the fact that Regina hasn't asked about that, but also them having to cart in by the truckload these daffodils.
And then also though painting the wood and all the paint and all the different colors and then all the decorations.
Also, it doesn't just take a few gallons of paint to paint a house.
Oh God.
When I did the outside of a house, which I did by hand, so it took me like a year to do it. Not because it actually takes that long, but because I had to make space and time for it each time. It's a lot of paint. It was I think it was probably like 8 or 9 gallons for the whole thing.
Wow.
And it wasn't a really big house at all. Anyway.
Well, you're wrong.
You're not.
But still, I appreciate it. You're not wrong. Excuse me. Well, you're not wrong. I'm sorry. You're not wrong. You're not. Don't give me that look. It's fine.
But I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. Well, you're not wrong. You have 2 hands.
You're right. That's true.
But still, I appreciate it.
That's clear. That's good. Love it.
What do you say we check out the old windmill? I'm thinking I could use some Easter spirit.
I'm thinking I could use some repair and replacement. Heck yeah! Easter spirit's my specialty. Or like plant spirit or garden spirit or like all these flowers.
All spirit?
Yeah. I'm just like,
spirit.
That doesn't just need love, that needs like replacement, like repair. The metal's doing fine, but the wood needs definite repair.
It's true. You know, I never understood why Beth kept the old windmill around.
Did you know what it was used for? Does it do something? It's so Dutch. I like it. But does it have a function? Does it produce electricity? Does it,
Usually have a function, as far as I know. So, in case anybody's wondering, windmills really, as far as I understand, are not just for decoration. They became more for decoration when people lost the reasons why they used to use them. They were actually usually a part of a mill to grind, like, bread and grind food.
Not grind bread. Grind the grain for bread.
Grind the grain for the bread.
We just put bread in the grinder.
Yay! I can habla English today.
It's fine. You're good. I like it. I was like, anyway, yeah, most windmills do have a function of some kind. Or at least historically they did.
Yeah? You ever been to the Netherlands?
Nope. Only the city and the mountains. Just play the standard game. Oh, nope. But I always wanted to go. Aunt Mary spent some time in Amsterdam back in her hippie days. She loved it there. Gad, I'd like some pictures from that.
Oh, do you know why she went to Amsterdam?
She kept a locked greenhouse for a while. After she came back from that trip, I always wondered what was inside.
So we're making a weed reference. It's fine.
Which I would not have known what was about 4 years ago, because only about 4 years ago did I finally figure out why everyone was doing spring break in Amsterdam, and it was because you could get marijuana there. And like, I had no idea. I was just like, that's what you do. Ever since I was a little kid, you hear about it from people. Everyone goes, spring break in Amsterdam, which of course I've never done, but it's that social thing you hear about.
At least in the United States.
On TVs and stuff like that. And it's, that's where the college kids go.
I remember telling you that, and you just stared at me like I was crazy, and I was like, my friend?
And I'm like,
lies?
What?
My dude? My homie. Right. They're going to go get high.
I always wondered what was inside. Hi.
Bet I could guess.
Yeah, well, you might be a little more worldly than me. As we've established, I'm pretty much of a shut-in, and all my boyfriends have encouraged me to be more of a shut-in.
That's scary. Except also at the same time, though, Lily was on the computer all the time doing accounting, so yeah.
Here we go. Ooh, me too. Was it a portal to another dimension guarded by rainbow griffins? That was always my theory. You are a very creative child, dear. I would love to hear more of this as you're like feeling unicorns and stuff like that.
I mean, if her patron is, like, if she's a warlock, like, it makes sense. She's like, no, these things could be real.
They could be real. And the little god is sitting there going, this is fine, have it. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, my child.
I might. You can learn to summon it through me.
I wonder if at some point we're actually going to open that. Like, oh God. You sure you didn't find your way into that greenhouse? Might explain a lot about you, except for the fact that being high off of weed doesn't cause you to really have hallucinations, as far as I understand. If it does happen, from what I recall, it's very rare, and it's basically, you're special. Like, you really are kind of special if you actually hallucinate on weed.
I see. Nope, Aunt Mary never let me in. She always came out of there hungry, though, so we'd usually just go straight to the burger place. The one burger place all in town. They're really grinding this in, going, if you don't realize what the reference is, let's just keep shoving it in.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm starting to think Aunt Mary's middle name was Jane.
We just keep going. Like, how long do we need to do this joke? You mean, Oh, Aunt Mary! What a rebel!
Yeah, now she's like, oh, I never thought about that. You're like, yeah. I'm also like,
Wind 'em up.
it's very interesting to go, so you didn't notice the smell?
I mean, you probably don't know what that smell is. You can go, that's warm plants. Because greenhouses get very toasty and plants, a lot of them have a particular smell. Like tomatoes have a particular smell in a warm room, sumac has a really particular smell in a warm room, everything. Like if you're in a greenhouse that only grows one kind of thing, plants just have a specific strong smell depending on what breed they are.
That's fair, but I'm saying like if you're burning blunts, my friend, if you're having some roaches.
But if you've never smelled that smell anywhere else, you go, that's the smell of whatever plant is growing in there.
But she didn't even know what was in there at all. She didn't say there was plants in there at all. She just
Or
said
it's
that I
just-
always wondered what was in there.
Then you just go, whatever thing is in there smells that way.
Okay, cool.
That is your only association if nothing else exists.
That's true. All right, that is a good point.
And then
actually.
the smell doesn't necessarily come back to you in the same way if you ever encountered it as an adult, because it's not necessarily in a hot enclosed room full of sunshine.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. All right, looking good, all things considered.
Thanks! I was thinking about trying something new with my hair, though. Are we talking about the windmill?
Not you, girl, the windmill. I'll tell you
Aw.
you're cute later.
Oh,
You are cute.
right. Duh. I should change my clothes sometimes, though. It might be good. You too, you know? You still look nice, though, Lil. Thanks. Yeah, I do, don't I? Her self-pep talks are very silly sometimes.
They kind
They're
of.
sort of charming, though.
When you're done talking to yourself, want to help me with a windmill?
Sure. Is that ladder safe? Because, we might need it to get all the stuff growing off the top up there down. Whoa, we just
Wow.
replaced everything. We replaced everything. Damn, well done.
Oh, now we have bunnies.
They got out of the pen. Winden and hey, where did you two come from? Did the hutch break? Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Yep,
Bunnies.
broken hutch. It's a prison break. What do we do? I mean,
They look
it's
like they were
fine.
already out, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, I should have made that stew when I had the chance.
Huh. Crash. I love that it's like there's suggesting a person said crash with a
Right?
question mark.
No, what? What the heck was that?
Is it one of the boys doing something dumb?
Of all days, you deal with the rabbits and I'll go see what the mortal enemies got themselves into. Was that them?
Here we go. Must have been. But we didn't decorate the windmill.
I know, I'm kind of weirded out, actually.
We did build a brand new ladder, though, so that's Crash Clash.
Oh no, Crash of Clans. It's fine.
But I'm also like, with perfect wingtips. How
yeah.
does that have to do, how does the eyeball have to do with Crash Clash?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I'm not finding the theme. Oh, they broke your table. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, this is gonna be interesting. Is that... No, my table! You jerks broke my table? How could you?
It's his fault. I only climbed up there to hang decorations. If he hadn't climbed on too... My dudes, there's not even a tree above that table. It's clearly behind this dude here. Look at the graphics.
It's like,
there's
what
no
are you...
way, nothing to decorate by climbing on that table. 2, use a ladder. You clearly have plenty. You've been decorating things. 3, that is a poor excuse. And 4, you need to deal with your grief, my dudes.
Because you got it all wrong, as per usual. You're always assuming, never listening.
All I ever did was listen to you complain. You don't even know how good you had it. Family on a silver platter. They do. They switch which finger is the damaged one because they're rotating it. Because
Yeah, they just
they're
flip the
reversing.
image.
Yeah, they're flipping the images. God, I appreciate that you have this, and I like that he has that character detail, but it'd be really good if you didn't sort of reverse your images sometimes, because that makes it confusing, like he's missing the same finger on both hands. And I know that the 3D model doesn't have that problem, but it's a little awkward here.
Right?
So you were the lonely one that was like, I only had her.
Yeah. Silver platter, don't make me laugh. Family doesn't grow on trees. It's called making an effort.
There you go, judging me again. You always did. Why don't you meet a nice lady, Otis? What's wrong with you?
Are you gay, boy? Can you not take a ribbon? You certainly couldn't take a minute for me. 5 years, Otis, and never once.
Never once what? I never once. You never once. Our best friend was gone, and you just kept going like nothing.
Stop it! Stop it right now! I have had it! Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves!
Ashamed.
You ruined this day, your friendship, Beth's legacy, and my poor table! You're so selfish!
I'm sorry about the table, Regina, but I can fix it. It won't be so hard.
Don't bother! I'm sorry to let Beth down, but I can't take it anymore. Easter's canceled. Both of you, get out!
Oh, poor thing. And there he goes again, going, now I feel bad again, but you'd already felt bad. Are we gonna actually have them talk to each other now? Let's do it. Get you two boogers to talk to each other.
Please.
Come on. Tap to open. I am tapping. Okay, so I would have to say, when you play 100 levels in a row, or in this case, it took me 2 days to do it, you really do get tired of how slow all of the animations are, because you have to wait for it so many times. Like, they're very charming, they're very pretty the first time, but I would love to be able to tap through the start of level and end of level animations, especially the end of level animations. It would save so much time.
Yep, these take some time.
An amount, a quantity.
Like damn.
Oomph.
Well, Regina's heartbroken. She was so proud of that table.
Yeah, feel pretty bad about that. Should probably go talk to her.
I could consider calling a truce. For now. That is not what you should be talking about.
Humph. For now. For her! Not because we're bigger people.
I understand that it's progress, but part of my problem too is just being like, really? Like, you've already felt bad, as Liza's pointed out several times, and now you're going, well, we could call a truce
It's
now.
not enough. This
we could call
actually
another truce
reminds
again.
me-
This is so many, like...
This reminds me actually a good number of the dating games we've played, where the object, the love interest, the object of our attention, or of the MC's main character's attention, is really going, I will never do this thing ever again, and promise it to you, the main character, and then immediately goes off and does it 2 or 3 or 4 times sometimes, and it's ridiculous.
Right?
And you go, okay, at this point, eventually you're into an abusive cycle of going, I swear to you, you will always be my first priority, or whatever it is. And then after that, you're going, yeah, no, but in this case, I just completely forgot what I said, and then I promise it again. And you never deal with the fact that it's been repeated at all. You just kind of go, okay, and move forward. For now.
Which keeps happening to me, but it's fine. All right, it's settled then. You go around that way, I'll go this way. We'll cover more ground, and we'll save ourselves the trouble of having to look at each other.
Good. Glad to see the back of you.
Oh, believe you me, that's the last you'll see of me. After I apologize to Regina, I'm going home. This party is a decided disaster.
Because of the two of you, you know.
Because of you guys.
Still say it's his fault.
If he'd just listened to me, none of this would have happened.
Moo. Alright, so I feel like that is probably good for right now, as we sort of ponder on that they are pondering and going, what is the intention of this story? I'm interested to get to the end of this and find out what we're really after here, and why this is the Easter special, what it adds to the overall plot and things. Like, are we learning more about Regina so it adds some more? Are we learning more about Lily, or just the extended families? Also, is this other character going to appear in the main story? So, all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, guys, if you like what we do, though, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like also, again, what we do and want to commit a little bit more to us, we would really appreciate it. You can go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got links down below. And other than that, please take care of yourselves for sure. This is the time of the coronavirus, and keeping yourself preoccupied, finding tasks, and not arguing, and realizing maybe sometimes your arguments are literally because you're just stuck indoors might be a good thing.
Right?
You know, like,
That some people
do
are
not be
getting
hard on yourself.
more anxious or frustrated because of these kinds of things, because they can't walk away.
And there's also a thing, though, too, of being like, establish boundaries. Holy cow. And also be willing to change. There are some things that, because obviously we've never done this before, I think for pretty much most anybody who's going to be watching this, is really like, be willing to make adjustments. This is going to be a time.
Because a lot of us aren't used to being, never being able to leave the people we're around.
Right, exactly.
At all. But,
definitely, I have been Scandal.
and I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!